Hi viewers, welcome back. My name is Adeola Fayehun, and we keep bringing you guys live update of the ongoing Nigerian election 2015. And right now, to tell you guys what's the latest on ground, I have with me via phone the National Publicity Secretary of PDP, Chief OLISA METUH. Chief METUH, welcome to Sahara TV. Chief METUH, can you hear me? Hello, Chief OLISA METUH. Hi, can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you very well.
Oh, great, great. I thought I lost you for a minute. So I understand that you are in Anambra. Can we start out by you telling us what's going on where you are right now? Hello? Okay, I think he keeps going in and out. We lost him. We'll keep trying him until we can get him. But of course, he will tell us what's the latest where he is, and we'll also ask him about what he feels about Mr. President's card taking half hour for it to be accredited this morning. And of course, we will bring you what's the latest on ground from people that are voting as well. And don't forget to put in your comments on our question of the day. We want to know if you are in Nigeria and you're voting, what has your experience been like? If you are not in Nigeria, what are your expectations of this 2015 presidential election? You don't even have to be a Nigerian. Just let us know what your expectations are, because very soon we will be reading some of your comments. I'm sure you tuned in when we read some earlier. And of course, we'll have a phone call segment where you guys can call in and tell us about your experience. Whether you're voting or you're not voting, it doesn't really matter. We want to know what you guys think about this ongoing Nigerian election. So we'll continue to try Mr. OLISA METUH. In the meantime, just to give you guys some updates, there was a bomb explosion earlier today, and police actually detonated some bombs in Enugu. Also, but about 2 people died in Enugu, including a police officer. And also, Boko Haram killed 10 voters in Biu in Borno State earlier on today. So I think we have him back. Chief METUH, can you hear me?
I can hear you very well, Adeola.
Okay, great. So you're in Anambra. What's going on in Anambra?
Well, this morning we had initial problems, hiccups. When we got to the police stations all over the state, some centers, the INEC staff didn't come on time. Some others, most of them, the INEC candidates were not working. So what happened is that in the places INEC graciously have agreed that they'll do manual accreditation. They've done that, and in the center, people are voting.
I see.
Knowing well that this is a new process, people are jumping to considering people are voting right now.
I see.
But
So
we're waiting for reports from other places, other parts of the state and other parts of the country. But in my hometown, so far so good. But I must state something to you.
okay.
The turnout in this election is unprecedented. A lot of people turned out. A lot of people have turned out to be accredited and for them to vote.
I see. So we all heard that it took like half hour to accredit Mr. President's PVC. They had to try 3 different times. How do you feel about that?
Well, what I feel about that is actually a vindication of the party's position on the card reader. We did state that we are not against the use of the card reader, but that we're worried about the challenges that might arise because of it. And we requested INEC to look into it and be sure that the processes will have to be proper. Today, our worries, our fears have been justified because the card reader did not work in most places.
What about your card reader? Were you able to verify your card reader easily?
No. I used manual. No card reader. It didn't work. It didn't work in my police center. We had about 4 police stations in my place. None of them didn't work.
Wow.
In most places, it didn't work in my local government. But there's a particular something interesting. Some polling center that had 6 polling stations, 5 of the card readers were working.
Wow.
And in one, it wasn't working. That was quite remarkable.
I see.
So what we understand is that when you remove the cover, the seal on the card reader, it will work. But we attempted it in some other card readers, it didn't work.
So
but it's remarkable that in a place 5 of them worked.
So do you still have confidence in INEC despite this machine malfunction?
The People's Democratic Party never questioned the INEC. We never stated that we don't have confidence in INEC. This is a democratic process, and we have to partner with INEC. We are actually the governing authority in this regard, and with other political parties to ensure that the processes are proper, they are fair, they are free, they are credible. That is what they are transparent. These are things that are important. So our worries, or rather questions, are more on assisting and helping INEC to perform better, not necessarily to condemn INEC. No. In every society, in every democracy, you have such challenges. It's the will of the people and the political parties to come together to make sure that they establish a transparent process.
I see.
That is what PDP is concerned about.
So I'm sure that you're aware that this morning Boko Haram killed 10 people in Borno that were trying to vote, as well as 3 people in Yobe, and police detonated bomb in Enugu, and at least 2 people were also killed in Enugu, including a police officer. Now, we are all aware that one of the reasons that Mr. President postponed the election for 6 weeks was to ensure safety of people in these areas. Now, a lot of Nigerians are asking that, what has been the impact of the 6 weeks election postponement if this is still happening on election day?
The impact is there for everyone to see. It's obvious. If these things are happening today, one begins to wonder what it would have been like if the elections had held on February 14th. The kind of security challenges that we would have faced. If after this remarkable feat by our military, that the insurgents or the terrorists still come up with 1 or 2 attacks, that means if we had held this election on February 14th, it would have been terrible for the democratic process.
Okay, so
it's easy to understand why the military or why the security agencies took that step.
Definitely everybody knows that the military has really tried in the last 6 weeks. They've really intensified the fight against Boko Haram. But are you saying that we should have known that people will still die no matter what? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I am saying that in every country, including in the United States where you are, there are violent attacks and things happen every day. In some places, every hour, every minute. So Nigeria is not immune to such. But it is the response of the security forces right now that is important. And I think they're better prepared now, and they respond better right now than more than ever before. They do respond well now.
All right.
So that is what I'm saying.
Okay. So my last question for you, as Publicity Secretary for PDP, if Nigerians can hear you at this last minute, why should they vote for PDP?
I don't know whether I'm allowed to speak.
You can for 30 seconds. For 30 seconds.
I don't know because of the Electoral Act, but I can say that. All I can say is that democracy is important to Nigeria. It's important for us to grow, to guarantee freedom of expression, freedom of movement, and everybody to have the inalienable right to participate in the process of governance. So I encourage Nigerians to accept this democracy in spite of the flaws. We should accept that democracy and we work well.
Thank you. I just remembered one question, which is very important. So we've been celebrating Nigerian military taking back Goza, but a lot of Nigerians are asking, what about the girls?
What about the girl? We expect the military to answer that very soon. They've liberated Goza. We heard that the girls are in Goza. We haven't heard from them, but they did that yesterday. So we expect that in a day or two, we could have something on that.
Do you think that not finding the girls affected PDP's how do I say, campaign or success with this election? Do you think that not finding the girls, do you think it would have made a difference?
It affected the image of the government and the party initially, especially because of the bring back our girls and how it turned out. The owners turned the president to go and bring the girls, not necessarily on the terrorists to release girls. And Nigerians do not come together as one people to unite against terrorism, against insurgency, like it happens in other developed countries. What happens is that if you have a problem, go and fix it. That's how Nigerians, that's how some Nigerians study, and that was very bad. So if you ask about what affected us then, that is the division that was encouraged by some political parties, and that was what was wrong.
I see. So we should hope that if PDP should win this election, the girls will still be priority, or
they remain in our thoughts and prayers. We really do pray.
Prayers. I mean, I'm talking about still going after them, looking for them. I know we're all praying.
As a political party, they remain in our prayers. But as a government, we expect that the military will be able to liberate them. That's what we expect.
All right.
On the part of the government, that the military will be able to liberate them. But they need the support of all Nigerians, including Adeola.
Thank you so much, Chief Metuh, for joining us today and giving us updates where you are. We really appreciate that.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right, viewers, stay tuned. Very soon, right after this, we'll be taking phone calls to hear about your experience voting today. And if you're not able to vote, or if you don't live in Nigeria, we want to know what are your expectations on this Nigeria 2015 election. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
My name is Kaline.